Hello everyone, so let's go to the Nagaten High Court in the Senzo Mewa murder trial. So guys, today in the morning it was a little bit, I don't know if I was a little bit confused what's going on because we had Sibanda taking to the floor and I'm not sure what that guy is talking about or what he was talking about. I don't think Mr. Sibanda is supposed to be a lawyer. I don't think he understands the concept. He thinks it's clever because we do have people who think that just because I know how to manipulate, just because I know how to lie, that translates to me being a lawyer. And that is why I went to law school to do law, because of this talent that I have of manipulation, but it's not manipulation. That type of situation. Did you even see towards the end when he was being asked about the exhibition 001 and 002, and then he was a little bit confused, like, I know yesterday I was trying to mislead the court with 001, then later on came to 002, and then 001 had 1 page and 002 had 2 pages, and the next thing 29 pages popping up with a log book. And then I'm like, sir, I think maybe you should just utilize the law degree you have and go be a manager of a conglomerate. Maybe there you are going to thrive. But in the legal fraternity, I don't think you're going to go too far. I don't. I don't know where you're from. I don't know if you're South African or somewhere else on the African continent. I think people like yourself are the people that we see on that other side of the fences of South Africa. Hard-headed, manipulators, liars, and think they are clever. That's just my opinion. Because now I'm trying to figure this guy out. I've been trying to figure this guy out for a while now. Not a lawyer. You know, law is a calling. And I will tell you, Mr. Baloy is a lawyer because I believe he is called to it. And then you look at Mr. Mnisi. Mr. Mnisi is the epitome of a calling to doing what he's doing. And why I'm saying what I'm saying is because today, this morning, we saw Mr. Mnisi fighting for his client. That his client is being treated inhumanely at the Jose Mampuru prison. I mean, we did see, remember, okay, my hair is getting to my, it's time to cut. We did see some time ago where Rata, or the Judge Rata, summoning the managers of Jose Mampuru because this complaint was laid before and all of us thought, oh, it's all solved. Remember, Mr. Baloy, instead of having the entire matter heard inside of court, they decided to have it outside and make agreements on the outside. And yet there was an order that accused number 3 needs to be moved from, from isolation. I don't know, maybe he wants to be with the general population. I'm not quite sure. I think even Thabo Bester as well was crying about the same thing. I'm not sure if his situation is similar to that of accused number 3 as well. I don't think that there's any changes, if there are no changes with accused number 3 there, because they are citing some security concerns. I'm not quite sure what security concerns are those in a CMAX prison. CMAX. What security concerns are there that would actually let them get away with human rights violations? I don't understand. And I agree indeed with the judge that he does not mind calling Justice James Cameron to have this matter looked into himself, even if he has to, so that there be some changes. I agreed with that. But at the same time, South Africa has an issue of having these establishments and institutions without teeth. Believe you me, if the Inspectorate of Prisons, the one that is headed by Justice Cameron, I believe that the managers of Jose Mampuru will not be doing what they are doing to accuse number 3 because they'll be afraid of getting arrested. That is, if that institution is giving teeth to investigate. Of course, they can investigate, but once investigation finds that the prison managers are violating human rights and constitutional rights of prisons, therefore, what is the criminal liability there? So that these managers can be held criminally liable by getting prosecuted and convicted. And the conviction is it hard time in prison, or is it diving into the pension fund and basically what's the word I'm looking for? Penalty. Like they pay penalty out of their pensions. Because listen, I feel like it's about time that our government officials that deal with humans, that if they ever violate human rights, constitutional rights, or whatever rights that people are bestowed, and they just look the other way and stiffen their neck, we should delve into their pension funds, go in there and put penalties there, so that I believe if we did that, things are going to be at least in the straight and narrow. Nobody is going to jeopardize their pensions. Nobody wants to do that. So a court order was issued by Rada to the Hosimampuru management, but they ignored. What does that mean? Perjury, not even perjury, contempt of court. And whatever they did tell the court, that means they lied. That's perjury. So this is exactly what Mr. Mnisi was talking about, that he cannot 100% be present in this trial while his client is being mistreated and his constitutional rights and human rights being violated. Now, that is a lawyer that is called to do this job, not Sibanda. I mean, Sibanda, whenever he gets up on objection, you're like, okay, I gotta hear this objection. And then you listen to it, you're like, that's not an objection. It's like an MP who doesn't understand the whole concept of being a member of parliament standing up on a point of order. And when you listen to the point of order, you're like, you are wasting the parliament's time. So I don't know what he thinks he is, this guy. Honestly speaking, he annoys the living daylight out of me, because I don't feel that vibe that he is actually what he's doing. He's a calling to him. To him, it's just a job. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. He is irritating, honestly speaking. But then let's talk about Mr. Mgomezulu. Mr. Mgomezulu, once again, he delved into the credibility of the witness. That you have worked with Mangena for the past 19 years. Obviously, there's some kind of a relationship was established. Talking work, like colleague relationship. I don't know what he was thinking. Some people think the word relationship means something else, when it could mean friendship, it could mean work, colleagues, it could mean many things, not romantic relationship. Because I think he was going along that thinking, no, it meant the working relationship. How good are you? Because sometimes as colleagues, we might not get along. Sometimes as colleagues, we might get along like house on fire. So those are the things that he was trying to establish between this Mr. Ntini and Mr. Mangena. But then the interesting part was about this document, I think it's 002, that now he needs to speak on. Turns out that from what I was understanding with Mr. Mgomezulu's line of questioning, this guy has no right, not even no right, he has no business being a witness on the stand. As a matter of fact, he had no business being one of the confirmed, especially when you are a person that accompanied the chief examiner, because I felt a sense of a conflict of interest, and also where also himself, he has to protect himself regarding the fact that he was at the crime scene in 2014, and now he feels that, oh my goodness, I could get into trouble myself, and now he's trying his level best to evade as much as he can all the questions that Mr. Mgomezulu was throwing in. But anyways, a discredibility status was established as far as I'm concerned, because I don't think this guy should be believed in anything that he's going to say, because he's not supposed to have been one of the confirmers. How do you confirm something that you were there as well? Conflict of interest to me. That's how it sounded like, conflict of interest. And this is exactly what Mr. Mgomezulu was trying to expose. That this guy, he's not supposed to be or have been one of the experts that Mankena should have gone to get confirmation, because he was also present at the crime scene. So it was quite interesting. I felt that's a good line of questioning, and I felt as though that Mr. Ramusipil, I think Mr. Ramusipil did not have any questions. He did, because I don't remember him. Honestly speaking, I don't remember Ramusipili Did he ask anything? Did he cross-examine? Because I know from there it went to Mr. Mnisi, and Mr. Mnisi said, I cannot proceed with this trial with his client that still needs to be fought for his human rights and Kosimampuru, what do you call this? I almost said hospital, prison. And it's going to take him about 2 to 3 weeks to launch an application, urgent application, and whatever transpires out of that, he still has to appeal if he is denied. But the interesting part as well, Jose Mampuru apparently had a decision, but there's nothing that was submitted to Mr. Mnisi or to the prosecution team that his condition or the application that he had made to be moved from isolation to a general population was denied. On what grounds? There's no paper. Even Mr. Rata asked, where's the document for that? The prosecution said that they don't have it. And then I also find it quite interesting how Mr. Mnisi was not happy that Gininda was involved with the arrangements of accused number 3 being moved from isolation to general population, because he wants to know that he's just a mere police officer. What business does he have with correctional services? Which is actually a very good question, because that's interference as far as I'm concerned. Maybe the reason why even the the prison warden denied accused number 3's application, maybe because of the attitude that Gininda may have had with the warden. We never know. So this jeopardized, of course, accused number 3's chance of being moved from isolation to the general population. Because as I understand it, being isolated, I don't understand, I don't know, I've never been to prison, and for me, I think being in isolation is ideal. That's me. I'm a recluse. So, yeah, being by yourself with your own thoughts, there's so many things that you can build in your head. And the only thing that you could ask for, I would ask for, is a piece of paper, a pen, and then I would do whatever I need. Either would write or draw something, just keep my mind busy. But then again, when you think about it, as a human being, we are social creatures. We are not people that are designed to be by ourselves, because even myself, as a recluse as I am, I still go out and be with people. Just like this week, I had somebody, one of you guys, who said, hey, you work really, really hard. And besides, I've been going through a lot in my life as well. And I needed that relaxation. I needed company as well to ventilate things that are happening in my life, apart from just working and YouTube and all of that stuff. We need people. So I can imagine being there for 4 years. And according to the Prison Act, or whatever it is called, Correctional Services Act, a person is taken to an isolation for 18 months. 18 months. And this guy has been there for 4 years. 4 years. That's a huge violation of the Constitution right there. That's a huge violation of human rights right there. I understand those going to be those who say, yeah, he should not have killed people. Yeah, I agree with you. He did do that. But he's still a human being that is alive. And there are still laws. Laws are laws. Irrespective of how you and I feel about a person that has committed a heinous crime against other people. But there are laws as well. We need to respect those laws. The law is a law, and it needs to be respected. And I think there's somewhere where it says ignorance of the law is not a defense. So just because you did not know such a law did exist, it does not mean that you will get away with it. That's basically what it means. So now when you have a whole warden disobeying a court order, that's something different. But then again, this is South Africa. South Africa, people in government, they do as they please. That is why I am saying there needs to be a law that should be established by lawmakers that any, and I'm talking any government official at whatever capacity or wherever they may be, and they commit heinous crimes, they commit the constitutional violation, human rights violation, we delve into their pension funds and add a penalty on it. People will behave, I believe. I'm talking police, especially the police. Home affairs, more especially home affairs. the correctional services, them too. All the stuff that were discovered during the raids in prisons. Imagine if you were going into their pensions. They'll be crying right now. In fact, they wouldn't have even dared snuck things into prison for prisoners. They would never have done that. But now, because it's a free for all in South Africa, people do as they please. It's crazy. So we need to have these laws put in place, honestly speaking. So those are the things that I picked up today. As I've said in my previous video, that today, which is Friday the 20th, it is the last day for the court before they're gone to recess. So we are not going to see them until the 7th of October, according to what they say. 7th of October, the court resumes, and hopefully all the stuff that Mr. Mnisi tabled in court today will be resolved, so that we continue with the trial. Honestly speaking, this trial is taking way too long. But of course, it's not the fault of the defense. Everything is working against the defense. And the defense always seems to be fighting for something that they're not even supposed to be fighting for. And of course, did you see at the end where Mr. Sibanda acting all like they don't need more time to go and cook, when the defense is asking that they do not proceed today, but proceed on the 7th. They're like, no, we're at the mercy of the defense. No, this is your case. You're the one who needs to tell the court, give the court direction. It's your case. You're the one who brought this matter before the court against the accused. But now he's like, no, we are at the mercy of the defense. It doesn't work like that. It's your case. Do you object to the defense whether they should come back on the 7th, or you don't object? Easy. Yeah, that is what we are subjected to, guys. Other than that, guys, that is all that I have with my thoughts regarding what happened in the North Gauteng High Court today. Hopefully, things are going to proceed well on the 7th of October. So in 2 weeks' time, they will return. And please don't leave this video without liking, and also consider subscribing, and make sure to click the bell notification so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. Thank you all so very much for the super thanks. Super thanks. I highly appreciate you guys so very much for that. And let's see each other. We will be seeing each other, I'm sure. And I am going to go live on the members, the channel membership segment, and we'll have some fun there. Just have a chat over the weekend, and definitely on Sunday I will come back to you guys on a Sunday live, because we are back on the Sunday lives. We need to discuss what happened this week. I mean, put your points together. Let's have a conversation. See you then. Goodbye.